I felt it was extremely important to be there to say first, thank you to everybody who has remained with us. Thank you for your continued support. And more than anything else, thank you for being patient with yourself and with each one of us. Soufriere, it has been a good journey so far. And this evening, it's just to have a chat. I will remain in the program with you. I want to hail the various communities. Yesterday, I saw at the stadium, we had a very good turnout in terms of our track and field events, especially what impressed me the most are the young kids participating. So I want to take this moment to thank Anatalia and Nimaya. And Nimaya had a few other members of his team there. I want to thank them for the efforts at putting this together. I want to thank persons like Mr. Francis, the other coach, for being there with those children all the time and being patient with them and training them. What I saw was, especially some of our young persons with significant potential. So it is an area that we have to keep going to keep our young people off the streets. We had one during that program yesterday. We had one of the participants who I think is an Alexander, who was not feeling well afterwards. So I want to take this moment to greet him and to wish him well and to say that he's in our thoughts and in our prayers. So I'm really hoping that he's a lot better and that he's at home with his parents at the moment. I also want to thank the parents who were there with the kids, because, you know, when we have kids, it is so important that we are always there with them and for them, to encourage them. And we saw quite a bit of that yesterday, all age groups participating. And I really want to thank Nimaya for this. I am hoping that we have other things coming in the new year, especially as it relates to Soufriere en Mouvement, where we will try to get the people moving as our health prevention. So that is one area that we want to bring into the new year, so that we can get the community moving, all age groups. All age groups at different times, but moving so that we can improve our health. So that is the preventive part of healthcare. And we're really hoping that we would get this off the ground. So what I saw yesterday, I was encouraged. And as well, what I saw on Sunday was a bit of football as well. So again, I want to thank the club, the coach, and all the participants for the whole issue of taking our young people, giving them activities that they can enjoy. And the whole issue of sports, the whole issue of sports and football is critical. So I want to thank Nimai again. The name of the coach is not coming. I think if I could remember from his T-shirt, was something like Gilroy. I'm not sure that was his name. But that's Gilroy Lamontagne.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, and his team for coaching, and I saw female football and male football. So I am really encouraged, and again, I want to make that commitment that we will do all in our power to ensure that we push, especially for me, female football. We really need to give it that push that is needed. There are other sporting activities and disciplines that we will push very early in the new year. So I am hoping that as the new year unfolds, we will, in your first or second program for the year,
We're having some connection issues. Can you hear
Right.
us, Antiaba?
Yeah, I
Okay,
can hear
much
you.
better.
It was a call that was coming onto the phone. Yeah, so that's what it was. Yeah, so what I saw as well on Sunday afternoon was down in Barons Drive. Again, that's a community very close to my heart, and we saw all the activities taking place out there. I want to thank the community leaders for keeping Barons Drive together. Um, what we saw as well for the past week or so in Soufriere was the whole issue of the debushing on the main roads, the debushing and the desilting of drains. And we had just over 200 people working in the outskirts of Soufriere in Pontchartrac, in Mini, in Belvedere, Kachime, down to Soufriere, Itangs, Zeno, all these places. We had persons really trying to clean our surroundings because since we came in office in July, one thing that hit us was that the country needed to be cleaned. So a lot of debushing has taken place. I know some persons were commenting that we had to clear everything one time. In some cases, we know we inherited quite a bit of the soil and things, debris on the sides of the road. We have trucks, I know, through the Ministry of Infrastructure, and also with the program that we had to get the trucks throughout the weekend to clear the garbage. If there are any other areas still uncleared, I want to give persons a commitment that we will focus on it. Um, we saw significant plastic throughout the place. Um, that is cleared now. What we need to do is to work with the mayor to try to ensure we put traps onto the drains so that some of these plastics do not get into our ocean. So within, for the outskirts of Soufriere, we had about over 200 persons working. And within Soufriere, in terms of Town Center, um, Market Road, Wingsville, Palmis, Fort Bernier, we had another 250 persons working. So in all, I know we had over 500 persons working for the week, cleaning up Soufriere. And we had another set trying to paint and so on. So we will assess the work that is done. As I went around the community on I think Thursday and part of Friday, um, some teams did a marvelous job. Others, to me, needed some improvement. So we will assess it. I know, for example, the community of Crestlands, when I went there, they had not touched that area yet. So we will have to send a special crew. I want to apologize to the people of Crestland and to tell them that we have not forgotten them, that the community will receive the cleaning and the debushing that is required. I want to thank all the persons who worked, and I want to tell them that to be patient. Closer to the ending of this week and the beginning of next week, they will get their pay. I know everybody now focus on getting paid before Christmas. So we are working on that. So with these viewers, I want to take this moment to wish everyone, I want to take this moment to wish everyone a peaceful and joyous Christmas. And I want to tell us that it is a time for reflection, a time to be with family. So please, especially our young people, that is a moment when you need to be happy, but don't overconsume to the point that we destroy ourselves. Um, because when you see what has happened, where we heard what happened in Masha over the weekend, it is not a nice story to be told. That is not us. Okay? So I want to thank our young people in the Soufriere Fosheja constituency. Sorry, I want to thank them for their patience. And as we start to opening doors so that they can get work, to be patient and please do not turn on each other. Let us look at the sporting activities and events and let us focus on this. So with these few words, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will have some music in the market on Saturday, God willing. So over to you, Renata.
Thank you very much, Sister Emma Hippolyte. Want to echo your sentiments regarding our December 12th and 13th National Day games, which featured bike race and track. I want to congratulate those who won the monetary prizes, and also to thank once again our coaches who always ready to assist in our sporting events in Soufriere, especially Coach Gilroy Lamontagne and Nimaya Senja, and also special thanks to Natalia Jabaptiste. All right, let's start out with our shout outs for this evening. We want to shout out Barons Drive, the community of Mini and Belvedere in Fossejac, also St. Philip, the community of Zeno, Sulphur Springs, Colabet. Special shout out to Bouton. Special shout out to Palmis and Forbenier, especially to Lucretia Silville of Palmis. I want to shout out New Development, especially Edward D'Souza and family of New Development. Shout out to Wingsville, Church Street Town Center. Also to Boisden, Belfort, Chateau Belair, Monlacroix. Give a big shout out to the people at Fort Jolibe, Belle Plaine, Margaret Tooth. We want to shout out the Riverside crew, Forbenier Posse, and the Palmis crew. Shout out to Market Road, Smoke Hill, and the Gulf. Special shout out to Diamond, also to Josephine Paul of Diamond. Shout out to Deville. Shout out to Etongs. Shout out to Forcaco, and big shout out to Lenny's Hill. We have a few announcements this evening. We want to send belated birthday greetings to Calixta Joseph, who celebrated on December 8th, to Cynthia Joseph, celebrated on December 10th, and Natalia Jabaptiste, who celebrated also on December 10th, to Lucia Hippolyte, celebrated yesterday on December 13th. Today we have 3 birthdays. We want to give a special shout out and happy birthday to Miss Phaedra Brandis, to Mr. Clayton Altino, better known as Mr. Seeley, and to Miss Lucy of Barons Drive. Happy birthday to you. We wish you all the very best today. We want to do advanced birthday greetings for Donna Theodale, who is celebrating on December 19th, to Miss Emanuelita James, better known as Miss Queen, celebrating on Christmas Day, December 25th. And also big shout out to Melanie Hippolyte, who will be celebrating on December 31st. As Sister Emma said at the beginning of our program, the STEP program began on Monday, December 6, 2021, and it lasted for 5 days. Approximately 250 persons from Soufriere had been employed with the program. The communities which were participating were New Development, Forbenier, Palmis, Wingsville, Market Road, and Town Central. There was also a team working at the stadium. In addition to STEP, an estimated 210 persons began work in areas including Fort Saint-Jacques, Etongs, Myers Bridge, Sulphur Springs, Colabet, Barons Drive, Diamond, and Bouton. STEP is a government assistance program which takes place quarterly to assist unemployed persons. We have some footage of STEP over the last week and some interviews with some of the individuals who are working that we'll be showing you right now. So please, those of you who are on the call, please watch the video and listen to the audio and
I'm toting guns in my yard. And I put on them. The STEP program is going good. Everything positive. It's good. It's good for our benefit for the Christmas to get everything. Yeah. So everybody been working great. We're working together. Yeah. So we've been doing great. The STEP so far. And shout out to Mr. for helping us to get a little change to put in our pocket for the Christmas. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, on behalf of my team and I just want to thank the government for bringing back the STEP program right out before Christmas, so that the people that don't have a job or has no income right now, they have a chance to make some money, so they could have a good Christmas, a Merry Christmas for the children and for themselves. And I find the STEP program is a very good program for those that's not able to get a job, and also has been neglected from getting job in different places. I think the STEP program is a good program to even get them back on track. So I want to thank the government, and I want to thank the Ministry of Soufriere for the chance to make some money. Thank you.
STEP is a program. I'm happy that the government choose to people first for this testing season. I'm happy, all of us are happy, and I'm happy that the government is putting us first, and I'm happy that all of us will benefit this little STEP program in front of this Christmas season.
On behalf of residents of Palmis, I would like to extend my profound gratitude to our parliamentary representative, Honorable Emma Hippoly, for affording us the opportunity to clean our beautiful community and making it safer for us to reside, especially during this festive season. I am wishing everyone love, peace, joy, and good cheer. And please continue staying safe by adhering to the COVID-19 protocol. Thank you.
It helps me that much, and I love everything that's going on. I love the community. I like to see how the community clean and proper. But in the next time, I tell Auntie Emma thank you very much, because I didn't have a job and she gave me a job. Okay? Welcome.
So that was our recap of our STEP program from last week. I want to thank all those who were willing to speak on camera and to give their honest opinions of the situation. Okay, just a reminder, I'm not sure if it's still there, but I had this reminder from last week that the dumpster for bulky waste installed near the copper factory is only for bulky waste and not for normal garbage. So bulky waste meaning the items that are too big for regular garbage collection. So I'm not sure if the truck is still there, but that was its purpose. So persons, please refrain from putting regular garbage in that truck at the copper factory. Okay. We have in some news, we had the issue of the cyclist who died in Babonneau. There was an accident. A young man is now dead following a vehicular accident in Babonneau on Monday. The incident involved a bicycle and a minibus. Details surrounding the incident are still being collated, and we urge young persons to take caution on the road. I'm not sure if you heard about that situation, Emma.
I'm there. I didn't hear him, but let's share it.
Yeah. Apparently, this young man was riding his bicycle and doing tricks, and he rode directly into a minibus, and he
Oh,
has since passed away. And that's
mm.
after following the triple homicide that you mentioned earlier in Masha on Sunday. And
Yes.
yeah, so it's been a very challenging weekend for a lot of families in the north. We want to extend condolences to the family and friends of Leah John, Ronnie Scott, and Don Strawn of Masha, who were gunned down in a drive-by shooting on Sunday. It's terrible, and I believe one of them, her grandmother, had just passed away 3 days before. So the family is experiencing a double heartache at this moment. We want to extend our deepest condolences to them. It's definitely not the best sort of thing to be happening immediately before the festival season, the season of supposed to be the joyous season. But this family, I feel for them. I really do. It's I don't even know that there's no words to. I know Philip J. Pierre put out a statement saying that he's saddened and he himself does not even know what else he can possibly say. And he urged all St. Lucians to collaborate with the St. Lucian police in trying to keep and curb the crime rates in St. Lucia. We also have news of the next docking of our next cruise ship in Soufriere, which will be taking place on Friday, December 17th. The vessel is the Sea Cloud, and we're urging motorists to be careful because there will be some traffic interruptions within the town of Soufriere to accommodate the vessel. Also, Festival of Lights, which was celebrated yesterday, December 13th. It's celebrated annually on December 13th on the Feast of St. Lucy, which is the patron saint of light. St. Lucia celebrates National Day on this date in honor of its namesake, St. Lucy. So, because of curfew and protocols, a virtual celebration of Festival of Lights was held. It can be viewed on YouTube. The show was hosted by Chila Mendez, and it's roughly an hour and 40 minutes long. So, for those of you who were able to enjoy the festivities from your homes through the virtual platform, if you could tell us how you experienced it, were you able to view it, Antiama?
No, I was not able to view it because at that time I was in my community. I was in community, so I was not able to. But from all indications, what I've heard, it went very well. I think there were 3 areas were lit, and that is the Constitution Park, the Derrick Walcott Square, and the park at the
Serenity
at
Park.
Serenity Park. So Castries was lit. So
Yes. We were supposed to have
because we
today.
know the whole issue of COVID has impacted how we do everything. But I think it's another way of seeing it.
Well, we were supposed to
Well, of having the curfew at 5 o'clock.
yes,
I
yes.
think people were carrying, but we need to remember that we are still in COVID period, and you have a new variant there that if you listen to the news in the UK, they are extremely concerned that it is spreading like wildfire. So we are hoping that by managing the curfew time, that we would, and persons observing the protocols, that we would reduce the incidence of COVID for us. It is so important for us, everybody, that we keep our numbers down for ourselves first, because it is our health is paramount, but also it has an impact on our economy. If the numbers are going up, then the visitor is not going to come here, and then the economy is going to be more we will not be able to open the economy as we would like to. So now we're trying to bring things into normalcy. So we are asking everybody to, where we first, each of us make a little sacrifice so that we protect ourselves, our families, and each other, and the economy. Because as you've heard there, even from the person's working step, everybody wants to work and to have this decent work so that they can get monies in their pockets to put food on the table. That is the long and short of it. So at the moment, our main industry up to now is tourism, So we need to ensure that we follow the protocols and that the visitors come here and that we have the money in circulation. In the meantime, we have to do the other things that we have to do. We have to focus on manufacturing. We have to focus on business in particular. We have to focus on our small businesses. I know, for example, for the Soufriere vendors, it has been a challenge because we've started with the boats coming in, but so far we have not been able to get the visitor to be walking the town as we planned. So it is a work in progress. I continue to engage the agents. So I want to ask the vendors in particular to bear with us a little while we try to put that in place for you, because it is important that we have our visitors walking the streets of Soufriere. Not only walking the streets of Soufriere, but we need to work with the various hotels that our visitors who are at the hotels in Soufriere can come in and get into the communities. Go up to Barons Drive and spend some money up there. Go up to Fochejak. Go down to the beach park and to the bars in town. Spend some money and let us have the dollar, tourism dollar, in circulation. So we must keep our figures down.
Agreed. We were scheduled to have a Christmas caroling night this evening. Everyone is invited. Should be happening now, starting at 6 p.m. at the Soufriere Square today, Tuesday, December 14th. So wear something green, something red, white, or gold with black. Wear your Santa hats or your red and white scarves. Bring your songbooks or your hymnals, and let's get into this Christmas festive mood. COVID protocols will be observed. So those of you who want to begin spreading the Christmas cheer, you are invited to go down to the square 6 p.m. this evening to take part or to just to participate, watch the caroling event. We should have some of our ladies, especially our mayor. She's the one who has extended this invitation, Mrs. Joan Hippolyte, to come out and carol this evening. Weather permitting, I'm not sure what the weather is like outside right now. It was raining earlier, so I'm hoping that it cleared up so that we can bring in some Christmas cheer in the square. Okay, we have another news item in terms of the discovery of a fetus in the bathroom of a secondary school in the north, which has raised several concerns, one being the revision of abortion laws, two, access to mental health counseling, three, access to reproductive services, and four, confidentiality concerns. So according to human rights and social advocate Ms. Felicia Dujon in her interview with Loop News, the criminalization of abortion has hindered women's access to safe and legal facilities to address their reproductive concerns. So in January 2021, the Caribbean Association for Feminist Research and Action, CAFRA, recommended that the government provide protocols for the effective procurement of abortion services and increase legal access to abortion for all women under all circumstances. So we have a couple of videos in light of this issue that we would like you to view before we go on to our final item for the evening.
So, recently here in St. Lucia, a fetus has been discovered in the bathroom of a school. This has obviously sent shockwaves throughout the nation, and currently police are looking for the mother as concealment of birth carries a 5-year prison sentence. This actually kicks off a bit of a conversation surrounding abortion rights, as abortion is illegal except for special situations, and even that concession was very controversial when it was made. There isn't really any denying that if the mother had had safe access to an abortion, this situation would not have happened. That being said, abortion is a very, very contentious topic here, and the idea of allowing it in any circumstance other than the most dire is something that many people bristle away from. However, access to safe legal abortions is not just a necessary evil, but a social...
Oh, it got cut off. Okay, we have a second one.
Medical authorities in St. Lucia are concerned about the health of an unknown teen girl after the corpse of a fetus was found in a school bathroom. Officers from the Grosley police station were reportedly summoned to a secondary school in the north of the island on Monday just before 1 p.m. A staff member had made the shocking discovery while visiting the student washrooms during the lunch period. A pathologist examined the fetus and confirmed it dead, with a post-mortem examination to follow. Consortium journalists were able to confirm via a well-placed source that the body was that of a preterm fetus, not a full-term newborn baby. Sources within the Royal St. Lucia Police Force indicate that while concealment of birth is a criminal offence, the girl, who is by all indications a minor, would likely be placed in the care of state authorities for medical attention and counselling rather than face prosecution.
A topic of discussion that has been circulating through social media for the last couple of weeks. We were last week we were due to have Dr. Paul Lendor to give his opinion in terms of his medical expertise. We were also trying to get access to the police psychologist to give a statement as well, but we were unable to up to today. So unfortunately, we only have speculation. The police investigation is still happening. So as far as we know, they have not found this individual as yet to assist her in terms of medical and counseling, but we do hope that she comes forward, because like they said, they do not intend to use the full extent of the law in terms of incarceration for 5 years, but more to make sure that she receives the proper medical attention. So with that, our next news item for the evening: the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Council has spoken out after public scrutiny surrounding their decision in the Dr. Gilbertha St. Rose ivermectin matter. The MDC suspended Dr. St. Rose's license for 6 months and fined her $10,000. Dr. St. Rose made a statement calling for the council to be dissolved after her suspension. The MDC believes that the action taken against Dr. St. Rose is in the best interest of the public. Any comment on the Dr. St. Rose situation? Well, as far as I know, I've never been treated by Dr. St. Rose, but I've heard only great things about her from my mother, from several other mothers in terms of her treatment, in terms of pregnancy. I'm not sure how her relation in terms of COVID-19 treatment. I've never spoken to any of those patients. So I cannot say whether or not her treatment was valid or not. And if the medical association deemed it necessary, we hope that they are looking out for the interests of the public and that their reasoning was sound. We are hopeful. I feel that's all I can say on the matter.
Yeah, because I think the matter had gone through the courts and so on. So I think it's better, because you see, the medical and dental is also a licensing body. So we are hoping that internally they would sit down and address some of the issues, but we would prefer not to have a discussion on it until they sit down as a body and assess where they are and how they deal with issues of such.
All right. Well, this has been our program this evening. We have done a wrap up of most of the news items since our 100-day assessment program. So we have looked at our overview of STEP, which is by all indications a great initiative by the government of St. Lucia. Also, we have spoken about our latest sporting activity in Soufriere. We've spoken about Festival of Lights and National Day, and all relevant recent news items. So with that, we would like to wish all listeners, those of you listening through Facebook, YouTube, and on 88.5 Soufriere FM, a very blessed December, Christmas season's greetings to all those of you who are not celebrating Christmas. We will still want to wish you all the very best for the end of the year, and hopefully we will all be back here in the new year with bigger and better things to say. Any last words, Sister Emma?
Well, yeah, I want to again thank you, Renata, for anchoring the program and for keeping us connected. I want to, it's my intention, so I'm hoping the Lord will give me the strength during the Christmas season to continue connecting in person with the community. So Saturday, the usual by the market rounds, and then get into the community closer to Christmas. We are attempting as well to touch base with some of the kids. I think in Bhutan on Saturday, there's going to be a little Christmas party by some friends from Gozile coming down for the students. I think as well Saturday, the Salvation Army is hoping to come down and pass through Soufriere as well. Some other children might get some toys. So different communities would feel us, but it is a time when the main focus is on sharing St. Lucia. Whatever we have, it might not be a lot, but the key thing is to share. As long as we share, we show that we care by sharing. And I think that is what I have attempted to do in terms of ensuring that whatever little funds we had, we have this STEP program and the debushing program. So with over 500 people getting something so that the Christmas could be better. And when you then think about it, in addition to that, what we will attempt to do, we have our persons who have been relying on us, especially the sick, the elderly. We're trying to put together our little hampers for the elderly. So different. So those persons who are steps, so each household will get one item or the next item. We have persons who are needy, we have persons in the soup kitchen. How do we put all of that together to ensure that all of us have something at our table for Christmas Day? So let us keep Christ in the center of the Christmas.
Put Jesus in your Christmas. Jesus in your Christmas. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs. I think I'll go and join the caroling. I'm in a Christmas mood all of a sudden.
I hope 88.5 covers it. So, but I think we need to thank the church for putting that together, because at one time that's what it was. We used to get up in the morning or in the evening and move from house to house singing carols. So it is good that it is in the square. Let us hope the weather gives us a chance, the Lord gives us a chance so that persons can enjoy their caroling. Bon Noël tout le monde. Joyeux Noël tout le monde.
Thank you very much, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, and thank you for joining us on Let's Connect on 88.5 Soufriere FM. Until next year, do enjoy your Christmas and your Happy New Year to all.
Bye.